we see Manny Pacquiao and a number of fighters in the Philippines. If we can land it, it will be an awesome trio, having Barriga, Villanueva, and who we're looking for.
Will you fight here in Philippines or in America?
POWCAST Sports. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Okay, sir. You mentioned earlier with regards to Manny Pacquiao. May I know if do you see Manny Pacquiao in him?
You know what? We see Manny Pacquiao and a number of fighters in the Philippines. Okay, and that's across a different spectrum. Someone like Arhur, though, he has phenomenal talent. Okay, on a number of levels. He has the skill, he has the movement. Okay, and he has the work ethic. And that's, I think, something which is very, very different from what Filipinos demonstrate to many of the others in the rest of the world. They have this real street attitude of, we're fighting to make a better life. We're fighting to try and get our families into a nice home. And when you have that, there's this real burning hunger and desire within you. And that's something that we see in Manny, and that's something we see in Arthur. And it's very hard to see that in other countries around the world.
Okay, sir, just to follow up, may I know if how many boxers do you handle aside from Arthur Villanueva? Is there any Filipino prospects soon or
we're right in the middle of
now?
A conversation now with a third boxer who he's huge name. If we can land it, it will be an awesome trio. Having Barriga, Villanueva, and who we're looking for. We'd probably add to that with one more Filipino, and then we'll look for a couple of young and up-and-coming talent, okay, to demonstrate to them that there's opportunity for them to be seen, but then also to work with the experience of people like Arthur. He's been fought a number of times as a challenger for the world championship, for a world title, and that's something that's important. In Europe, we have, 30 or 40 guys and women, by the way, that we look after. Dejan is also the head coach of the Slovenian national team. We work with the federation and so on, So, I go back to the point that we don't like to have too many, but we want to make an opportunity, and we're very selective with who we choose to work with. If we were only working with one and that was the right one, as opposed to 20 who aren't the right ones, then that's the way. As I said, when we saw Arthur come available, we thought it was a joke at first.
Okay, sir, thank you so much for your time answering my questions.
Okay. Boy Bakal, you have a question? Go ahead.
Man of Steel.
Sir, good evening. What is your plan for Arthur Villanueva?
It's a really, really good question. It's a really good question. Our plan is that we're going to get him in prime shape. He's going to go to a different weight category, the weight category that he's happy with, not what we want. So Arthur has told us where he wants to fight, and that's really important to us, because if he's happy at that level, he can achieve anything. It's not about us telling him, you fight in that weight class. Secondly, we're going to get him a tune-up fight when he's ready. We're hoping that's going to be 3 to 6 months. And then within the next 12 months, he's going to have a shot at the next title again. So within that time, he'll fight a top 10 contender. And then we're going to be pushing for him to have a championship contention again within 12 months.
Sir, follow-up. Will you fight here in Philippines or in America?
Again, that's really good. There are a number of options available. I think you also have to include Japan, into that equation, because some of the best fights in these weight categories are in Japan. Also, what we'd like to do is maybe show the Japanese, hey, we're taking the Filipino fighters up to another level, because recently there have been some shortcomings in Japan. So we'd like to prove something there. And in the end, it's going to be coming down to what the promoter says, where the best option will be. However, why not? Why not say it? We have a goal of bringing another thriller in Manila, or something of that nature, where we might have 100,000 or 150,000 Filipinos to a boxing event. It's free, so that anyone who wants to come along can come and see it. And we have the promoters and the sponsors who will make that happen. So imagine that 150,000 and after fights and mark fights, and if we have the third person fight and we show to the world, not only is it the biggest boxing event, but we've got some of the best talent in the world who are fighting for us.
POWCAST Sports. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.